Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Now time for your city administrator update. Chad Brecklin is here. We just went through some storms today and some hot weather as summer has kicked off. But we're happy it's summertime. But summertime brings a lot of projects for us, including some road construction, utility work, sidewalk work. What do we got going on so far?
Well, winter and road construction in Wisconsin, right? So road construction is here. And we have begun our 2026 street resurfacing work. That is also being coupled with some utility replacements in a couple of our neighborhoods, specifically the Belmar neighborhood and the Tower Hill neighborhood. It's my understanding that work has already begun on the utility replacements, and I was also just informed that our contractor who's doing the resurfacing of the roads for this year has begun to mobilize and will begin their work in northwest Fitchburg coming up very soon. So things are happening, and we do appreciate folks' patience while we work through these road improvements and utility improvements. And of course, as you mentioned, we just went through some storms earlier this afternoon, which included some very significant rain at times. So I'm going to mention that will likely throw a little bit of a delay in some work between not only the lost time from the storms itself, but then the water that will create a pumping situation, or they've got to get water out in order to do some work. Or wait for it to dry. So again, we recognize that this is can be an inconvenience to folks, and we do our best in working with the selected contractors to get the work done as timely as possible.
Yeah, and if you haven't checked it out, the city has put out GIS mapping of road closures that are up-to-date road closures. We've been telling people about it. You should check it out. It has the latest on those road closures, kind of showing you where it's at. Easy map to use, so I encourage you to check it out as those construction projects continue on. We've talked a little bit about it last a couple times you're here, but the fire and EMS study actually kicked off as of today. We had some meetings here, so what are we? What's the update for that?
Yeah, so just a real quick update for the viewers is, as we've discussed, the City of Fitchburg and Village of Oregon had issued an RFP to have a feasibility study and an implementation plan developed in regards to the consideration for creating a joint fire and EMS district between the two municipalities. That led to 4 other municipalities also engaging in contracts with the selected vendor, which was McMahon Associates out of the Fox Valley. Those include Brooklyn, Stoughton, Monona, and McFarland. So today we had a kickoff meeting with the consulting firm, with the project team, and went through timelines and deliverables and those sorts of things. And we'll look to see as the report is developed and what it ultimately has to say in regards to this. We hope that would be complete by the end of the year.
Are we seeing other municipalities throughout the state doing similar work and checking into this type of joint district?
Yeah. More and more we are seeing consolidation of fire and EMS services. Some of it's due to financial considerations, some of it's due to staffing considerations and recruitment, those sorts of things. And, one of the most recent examples that's out there is Wauwatosa and West Allis, 2 very large suburban communities in Milwaukee of, roughly 50, 60 or more thousand people. Elected to consolidate their fire and EMS operations and are going through that right now. So this is perhaps the best long-term play for the city of Fitchburg to look at this and perhaps move in that direction. Obviously, the study and the implementation plan will bear out more information and allow the Common Council to decide exactly how they would want to proceed. But it does appear to be happening more and more regularly.
All right. Well, we'll keep you up to date as that comes in. What's the anticipated time for deliverables to that report?
Yeah. We're anticipating by the end of the year.
All right. We'll keep you up to date. We're talking about shared resources. Let's talk about the shared development between the City of Fitchburg and Village of Oregon.
Yeah. So there was a presentation to the Oregon Village Board and the Fitchburg Common Council back in February which indicated support for continued conversations. So I've been working with the Oregon Village Administrator and the director from CARPC, Capital Area Regional Plan Commission, to create a new or updated contract with an updated scope of activities that would allow CARPC to continue to work with the two municipalities to develop an intergovernmental agreement and other associated planning-related matters to continue the conversation related to development in this area of southeast Fitchburg, just north of the village of Oregon. So that contract is going to Common Council for consideration on June 23rd. It should be in the packet as we speak, so if anyone is interested in taking a look at the contents of that contract and the scope of work that's been defined, they should go out and take a look at that.
Fantastic. And we do have the video out there from the joint meeting, just when it was first come out, so you can check that out online at our website at fitchburgwi.gov. Finally, we'll close out with some more construction talk, but future construction talk, the City Hall remodel project. So as the Fitchburg Police Department or the Public Safety Building is being built at this time, this is kind of a two-part piece here. City Hall is looking for, or will get some remodeling done.
Yeah, absolutely. And this project is now really encompassing a few buildings or spaces at City Hall campus. Obviously, City Hall itself, and then part of the senior center work is a kitchen, and then also some work in the community center. So the three main areas of the City Hall campus here that I just mentioned are all part of this project. And we've been working with an architectural design firm, O'Crawley 646 Design, I believe, is the proper order with which they're all aligned. And Dawn O'Crawley recently did a presentation and update to the Fitchburg Common Council at the May Committee of the Whole meeting. They kind of went through what's proposed to happen through this project. And some of the highlights include, obviously, the police, as you mentioned, vacating their share of the basement and all of the first floor when their new facility is complete. So that floor, or 2 floors or space, will be remodeled. Folks will be able to move into that space from other areas of City Hall. The other remaining portions of City Hall will be remodeled as well to address a number of noted improvements that are needed, as well as some shortfalls that have been identified over the last, nearly 30 years in the building. And there's also some work to improve the rec office area in the community center and the vestibule, and then also looking at improving the space within the kitchen in the senior center, as well as the workspaces down there as well. Really looking to do an expansion of the kitchen, since if anybody's been in there at lunchtime for the senior meals, it's pretty tight. So we're doing a number of things. There'll also be some mechanical systems replaced. There's some exterior maintenance being done to soffits, light poles, parking lot, all kinds of things. So it's a pretty significant project, but it's a generational project, much like the construction of this building was nearly 30 years ago. While the building has been maintained quite well overall, it is showing its deficiencies, in both efficiencies for staff. There's not enough space for City Hall. Folks who are based in City Hall, obviously that'll be alleviated when the police move out. But again, this is a project that should take us through an entire another 25 to 30 years before anything noteworthy may need to be done again. So I would encourage anybody who wants to learn more, they're more than welcome to reach out to city staff, Adam Sayre or I in particular, on this project, and to watch the May Committee of the Whole meeting.
All right, we'll keep you updated. They're pretty cool. I mean, it's going to 30 years. I mean, it's a long time, and a lot can change in 30 years. So it'll be pretty cool to see what comes out of that.
Yeah.
All right, Chad, appreciate the time.
Thank you.